The enchanted house in the quaint village of Eldoria, nestled between rolling hills and whispering woods, there stood a house that was the subject of endless curiosity and wonder. The locals called it the Enchanted House, and it had been there for as long as anyone could remember. Its stone walls were covered in ivy, and its windows glowed with a warm, inviting light even on the darkest nights. But it was not just its appearance that made the house so intriguing, it was the magic that seemed to emanate from its very walls. The enchanted house belonged to a reclusive old woman named Isolde. She was known to the villagers as a healer and a wise woman, someone who could mend broken bones and soothe troubled minds with her potions and spells. Despite her kindness, Isolde kept to herself, and the mysteries of her house were known to few. One crisp autumn morning, a young girl named Elara stood before the enchanted house. Elara had recently moved to Eldoria with her family, and she was filled with a sense of adventure and curiosity. Her auburn hair danced in the breeze as she gazed at the house, her green eyes wide with wonder. Elara had heard the stories about the house, how it could change its shape and size, how rooms appeared and disappeared at will, and how its gardens bloomed with flowers that no one had ever seen before. She had also heard that the house had a heart, a magical core that gave it life and power. Determined to uncover the truth, Elara gathered her courage and knocked on the heavy oak door. To her surprise, the door swung open almost immediately, revealing Isolde standing in the doorway. The old woman's eyes twinkled with amusement and kindness. "Hello, young one," Isolde said in a gentle voice. "What brings you to my home?" Elara hesitated for a moment before speaking. "I've heard so many stories about your house, and I wanted to see it for myself." "Is it true that it's enchanted?" Isolde smiled and stepped aside, allowing Elara to enter. "Come in, and you shall see." As Elara crossed the threshold, she felt a tingling sensation run through her body. The air inside the house was warm and fragrant, filled with the scents of herbs and flowers. The interior was cozy and inviting, with plush furniture and shelves lined with books and trinkets. But what caught Elara's attention was the sense of life that permeated the place, as if the house itself were aware of her presence. Isolde led Elara through the rooms, each one more magical than the last. There was a library where the books rearranged themselves according to the reader's desires, a kitchen where the pots and pans moved on their own to prepare meals, and a garden where the flowers glowed with an inner light. "This house has been my home for many years," Isolde explained. "It was built by my ancestors, who were skilled in the magical arts. They imbued it with a heart, a core of pure magic that gives it life and power. The house responds to the needs and wishes of those who live within it, and it has a way of protecting its inhabitants." Elara was fascinated. "Can you show me the heart of the house?" Isolde nodded and led Elara to a small, hidden door at the back of the house. The door opened to reveal a spiral staircase that descended into the earth. They followed the staircase down to a chamber deep below the house. In the center of the chamber, suspended in midair, was a glowing crystal that pulsed with a soft, rhythmic light. "This is the heart of the house," Isolde said. "It is a source of great power and beauty. As long as it remains intact, the house will thrive and continue to be a place of magic and wonder." Elara stared in awe at the crystal. She could feel its energy, a gentle, comforting presence that seemed to envelop her. "It's incredible," she whispered. Isolde placed a hand on Elara's shoulder. "I sense a great curiosity and a kind heart in you, Elara. The house has taken a liking to you. Would you like to learn more about its magic?" Elara's eyes lit up with excitement. "Yes, I would love to." And so, Elara began her apprenticeship with Isolde. She learned about the magical properties of plants and herbs, the art of casting spells, and the history of the house and its creators. The house, in turn, responded to her presence, revealing hidden rooms and secrets that had long been forgotten. As the seasons passed, Elara grew in knowledge and confidence. She discovered that she had a natural talent for magic, and her bond with the house deepened. She and Isolde became close friends, and together they continued the tradition of healing and helping the villagers of Eldoria. One winter's night, a fierce storm swept through the village, threatening to destroy everything in its path. The villagers sought refuge in the enchanted house, and Isolde and Elara worked tirelessly to keep them safe. The house responded to their efforts, its walls growing stronger and its warmth spreading to shield the people from the cold. When the storm finally passed, the villagers emerged unscathed, grateful for the protection of the enchanted house. They marveled at the magic that had saved them, and their respect and admiration for Isolde and Elara grew even stronger. Years later, when Isolde passed away peacefully in her sleep, Elara took her place as the guardian of the enchanted house. She continued to care for the house and the villagers, her heart filled with the same kindness and wisdom that Isolde had shown her. The enchanted house remained a place of wonder and magic, a testament to the power of love, curiosity, and the enduring legacy of those who had come before. And Elara, now a wise and skilled healer, knew that the true magic of the house was not just in its walls and its heart, but in the people who called it home.